All right. What day of the week does that fall
On Monday.
on? On a
You're
Monday?
not at the Supreme Court, are you?
February 3rd?
February 3rd.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know what day that is. Let me look.
You want some coffee or anything?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Brian, you anything?
No.
Yeah, it is a Monday. February 3rd is a Monday.
Are you okay on a Monday? The 3rd?
I think so.
Because I just realized that it's that
That's
soon.
statutory though, right?
Yeah. we
It
have
says
to
first
do.
Monday, or what does it say? First Monday in February or something?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's according to Ohio Revised Code.
it is what it is.
I know. Because I hate to have them back to back, but we've got schools to do. They just started coming in. I'm so sorry about your dad. I couldn't get there.
It's okay, thank you.
I've got a helper,
I see that, yeah. It's all right.
sciatic nerve.
Get any better?
Hell, a little bit, but man, it hurts like hell. I never had anything like that. Couldn't figure out what the heck it was. I went to the doctor. He gave me a steroid shot
Yeah.
and exercises, and really I can walk a little bit by myself.
My mother-in-law had the exact same thing. And
Really?
it took her about 6 weeks to work through it. But she did. She's back. She's back on her feet.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying, go to a chiropractor. Well, I'm a little bit leery of that.
Yeah, well,
Because if it has anything to do with my back.
some people are. I don't know. Some people swear by them. Other people say they're quacks. I don't know.
Well,
Why is it dark back there?
we like to keep some people in the dark, like Brian. I think I had him take it out because it got too bright in here.
Oh, it doesn't even go on. Oh, I see.
Yeah. And besides, it saves on utilities. You know? We need to do that. You know, our electric bills are, man. You know, that 750,000 we don't certify, we put in that fund,
Mm-hmm.
you know, carryover's 14 million.
I'm sorry?
14 million.
What about it?
It's
Carryover.
never been that high. It's never been 13 million. Not it's over. It just blows my mind.
All right, let's see. That's our. This is our meeting schedule for next year? This year, I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's when it's up on the bulletin boards. And then Diane Smith did get it in the paper. She says she always can't.
And this is December.
The 30th. I didn't see Brad's car when I came in.
I didn't look.
Well, he's let somebody else use his spot.
Well, that's right. He sold his spot at an auction or something.
Yeah.
He'll be sorry when there's 3 feet of snow in the ground.
Oh, well, I'm just glad it hasn't done 3 feet.
Yeah.
They keep saying it is.
What?
Gonna snow a lot.
When? Heck, we're into February.
Seems like almost every other day.
I haven't had to plow my driveway once this year.
We haven't either, thank goodness. Julie Berner's brother always does mine.
Oh, you've got a little short driveway. I got 1,000 feet of driveway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my daughter's got more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked him why they built way back there.
Well, that's one of the considerations. You know, you get more privacy and less noise and all that, but the downside is you gotta run the utilities back that far,
Yeah.
and you gotta plow your driveway. That's the downside.
Did your utilities underground?
Mm-hmm.
So's Doris.
Yeah.
But she's got farms all around her, including her front yard, her back side yard.
Yeah. These all amended?
Yes,
Oh, I see health department.
yes. And they got WIC in there now, so you'll see the salary stuff.
Okay. Just the one for the health department?
Yes. They're keeping Columbiana, aren't they?
Oh.
Because of the grant. I was hoping the commissioners over there would take it back.
Is that another building nobody wants?
Well, yeah, they bought the building, Chris did, which I never could understand. Then they had to rent it and all the renters quit.
Why? Why'd they?
Well, I don't know. One of them was extension, 4-H extension from Ohio State. They quit. I forget there was something else there too. So it's all just Columbiana County WIC. I went down and took pictures of it, so I gave it to Joe at the health department to show him his building he owns in another county. Well, the county
Since they took over WIC, you mean?
Yeah.
Did they
Just
try
a
to
little
sell
building.
it? Didn't they try to sell it or not?
Hmm.
No?
Commissioners down there don't want it, Columbiana.
Well, I didn't expect they would. I thought maybe somebody in the private sector might.
Seeing you a lot today.
You would think, but it's all nonprofits.
Hey,
There you are.
Yeah.
Here I am.
We were
Morning.
worried about you. You keep
Me
forgetting
too, Janet.
Your car's not there.
I'm in the lot. I'm incognito now, just out with the
Well, if I
great
look-
unwatched.
If I come in that way.
One of those mornings.
You get the bad guys on a roll today.
Yeah, we have that. Oh, Brian sent this to Beth.
Pardon?
Brian sent his message to Beth about our stuff.
No.
That's what triggered all this, huh?
Mm-mm.
No?
I sent it to Beth. And then we sent him.
Oh, I see, okay. Yeah.
All right. You ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Okay, Jen. Call the meeting to order at 10:05.
I'll move the
Hey,
December
how are you?
30th meeting.
I'm sorry?
I'll move the December 30th minutes of the meeting.
All right, let's see, everybody was here.
We were.
All right. Janet moves. Brad, second.
I do.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I have the original here. Aye.
Thank you, sir. There you are.
I'll entertain a motion to adopt our meeting schedule for 2020,
So moved.
Second.
and that's,
Oh, you moved. It's okay.
I said I'll entertain a motion.
Oh, okay. I'll second.
You move,
I did.
Brad moves, Janet seconds. This is the schedule if you haven't seen it.
Thank you.
Same thing every,
I think you got copies.
I have it electronically. Do
Yeah.
we have copies for us to keep here? Physical
we'll
or?
put one in the minutes, but
Well, yeah, we've got one in the minutes.
it's the
but we
same.
can
It's the
make copies for you
last
if you want.
Tuesday of every month,
That's
right?
okay, I've got it.
We can go make you one now.
I'm trying to cut down on the paper I have
Well,
anyway.
that's what I try to do too.
So, that's fine.
You ever see our paper bills?
Yeah, right.
You have one for the minutes, or you want to use this one?
No, I have one.
Basically, the same as last year's, first Tuesday of every month. Last Tuesday of every month.
Right.
And then the statutory meeting, which is the first Monday in February. Jan and I were just talking about that. That's next Monday.
Right, that's a
No, I haven't. I keep them-
reorganization, right?
Yeah, because I tried to put these together and I couldn't get them together because of the certificates. Departments needed it for contracts.
Okay.
That's all right. We'll have to, it's statutory. We don't have a choice. It's first Monday in February,
Yep.
according to the
I'm sorry,
revised
and that's
codes.
the third, right?
Third.
February 3rd at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And we've got schools that have started popping in too. So I'm gonna advertise it, in the
Sure.
paper today.
Sure.
All right, so there's a motion and a second to adopt our 2020 meeting schedule.
We did that, yep.
Those in favor say aye.
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 We got a big list, kids.
All right, hang on.
Look at the carryover. And the
I put that on
750.
the bottom.
Did you a good idea.
Yeah.
I've been here a long
And
time, I've
we got
never
health-
seen that much.
Health department.
Yeah. Neither of you were on social media with anything, right? As an aside, okay.
No.
We got something from our association, from the Ohio History Connection, about managing that, so.
Managing what?
Social media presence and all of
Okay, you
the
manage it, I'm
issues
staying off
attended.
of
Yeah, well,
Facebook.
there you go, that's.
I'll let you do it and Brian
I
do
got
it.
a
That is the
website.
easiest answer, for
I
sure.
got a website.
I'm not
Just
allowed
don't.
to be on there. I'll get in trouble.
I've got a website, that's all I got.
Don't is the right answer.
Oh, I had a website when I was running.
Mhm. That's different, that's a.
We've got a
But I didn't
website.
do it.
We've got a
Campaign
website.
Yeah, I got a big website for the county.
Yeah, that's what
Mhm.
That's all business.
I was going to forward it to you if you had one, but you're not good at that, so. I need to rewrite my policy, it's for 2015, so it's time to do that again.
I just, you know, no matter who you are and where you are, if we don't have all your information, you'd be surprised what can be found out there, the people that know how to look.
Oh, yeah,
And I think
For
it's
sure.
scary.
for sure. More so all the time.
I didn't know judges could redact information
Like
on
about
real
their,
property. Did you?
Say that again?
Judges
They can,
redact on the real property
their own
information.
personal information?
Mhm.
like their address information, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like law
put
enforcement?
initials or
Yeah.
something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No, I didn't know that. I knew law enforcement could.
yeah, because I had one judge ask me about it.
Law enforcement and victims of domestic violence, I think we know.
Yeah,
Have, yeah.
because
But I
they
didn't
never
know
used to be
judges.
able to for domestic violence.
That's new. That's, well, anyway, not quite. We're working on it.
What about
On the domestic
stalkers?
violence. So,
Stalkers.
that's a piece our association is fighting through right now, and there's a bill pending in Columbus to make that stuff exempt from public records disclosure. And they're bucking it really hard. We had this exact same conversation at the Board of Elections.
Oh,
And
really?
I told them that. I said, we talked about this. We had this precise conversation 5 years ago. And it's fine. Like, you can do it. Software can do it. It's fine.
You've heard about developers
So-
that have a development they're building, getting exemption until they sell the place? Now, that hasn't went through, but that really, you know,
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
exemptions we have now.
I know. That's Derek Marion, I think, right? That's proposed that,
Mhm.
right? So we'll see what comes of that. But
So,
anyway,
you
that's
know.
kicking around down there, I know. I
That
think
might
we
have
should.
started when developers were going belly up, but now they're not going belly up.
All right, first one's Board of Health, and this is one where they picked up WIC, is that,
Mhm.
there's the big change.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm sorry, these are amendments still,
Amended
yeah.
certificates, right. They picked up
Yeah.
1.1 million amendment for the WIC grant.
Well, good for them. Yeah, that's the big piece of it.
This is a juvenile detention center.
The health department's moved separately.
Hmm?
If we're gonna adopt the health departments, it's moved
Yeah,
separately.
normally we do this one. Is there another one at the end?
What?
No,
that's
we can do
theirs,
it
or
now.
This is,
We can do it now.
Wait a minute, that's not an appropriation, that's
this is just an
an
amended certificate.
Why is that any different?
Do we have an appropriation
Yeah, we
at the
do,
end for them?
right
Yeah.
there. That's
Okay.
separate.
That, okay, you pulled that out.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, this is
okay,
not separate.
I'm sorry.
They haven't moved yet, right? Or are they still looking at that?
They
for
find a
health
place to
department?
move?
That's what I'm asking. WIC is still downstairs for the foreseeable future, right?
They're looking for a building.
Okay.
Detention
They were
center.
looking at the old Ravenna Savings Building, and they could move upstairs and then rent out the rest. That's what Joe told me last time.
As long as we keep United Way up there. Is there
They can rent in United Way.
a missing piece for that, or is that all we got for this one?
What did I miss? No, that's all I had.
Okay.
Just $900 or something. Didn't pay much attention.
That's a pittance.
Yeah.
When you're talking about millions.
I put in my unclaimed funds request yesterday, finally.
Did you?
Yes, I did, for all $6,800 that the state owes the county.
You seen that.
But that's good, you know.
Yeah, I
every
know.
little- Every little bit
I've done
helps.
some of that too. I haven't seen the list. Because I did it for juvenile and a couple things.
There was only one that was
What
not
department was it?
ours. It was mine. It was, I think it was.
Yours?
I think it was a property tax payment, because the address they had listed for it was a residential address someplace. But that's not.
Mr. Ames, if you want to see any of these, they're right here, after we sign them,
Yeah,
right?
you wanna come and see them?
Well, they're public records, aren't they now?
What?
Are they public records?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can see
All
them
of this
anytime.
is.
Yeah, right.
Thank you there for,
We generally don't have any visitors. We try to get visitors, but they don't want to come.
No.
They think we're boring.
The commissioners.
Yeah. So it's probably an escrow payment or something that someone left out there,
I'll bet.
is what it is. But
But we're getting more and more stuff, you know, on excess funds.
yeah,
Yep, got 4 of them this last week.
you're getting those?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
I have for years. Because a lot of that funds we hold.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Maybe eventually they'll come back to the general fund.
Appreciate
You got your dog license?
I told you I've got it. I've got it
You got your dog license?
for
I
sure.
don't have a dog.
That's good.
There
You got a
is there
dog?
anyone that-
No,
They'll be down to get your dog.
Let him try to take my dog.
Senior
From my
citizen.
cold dead hand.
yeah, right. Nobody's gonna want to keep my dog.
What kind is it?
He's cute, but he's obnoxious. He's a terrier mix.
Oh, a barker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my daughter and son-in-law with their English, with their bulldogs. Not
They have
bulldogs.
English bulldogs?
No.
Oh, okay.
What are they? Well, maybe they are.
See, that's what I
They got
want.
an American bulldog, and then they have 3 little English.
Little squatty guys. Yeah, those are the English ones with
Yeah.
the wrinkly faces. I want one of those, but Lindsay keeps telling me no
They are funny.
because they're expensive.
No, they're not.
Want to like keep them healthy? They
They
and they
just
only
bought-
live like 5 or 7 years.
Okay, let me tell you this story. Okay, Laura's into, helping them, and they adopt them. So
Oh,
Laura
okay.
gets some, once she had one that wore diapers. And I said to her, you'll never get that adopted. And by God, she did. Wore suspenders with his diapers because it had some problem. And had a couple, adopted it.
God bless those people.
So now they have some that came from China, because over in China they eat dogs. So this group, confiscated them to bring them to America.
Do we know what the solid waste amendment is here? I mean,
Yeah.
we have a number there.
And
But
that, the amendment,
yeah.
It's
Mhm.
a-
you can't
it's a
carry over here.
Decer.
Is that okay? It's just
Yeah.
on the carryover?
The carryover didn't go what they thought it was gonna be.
Okay. Thank you.
So
The
it's
First
less.
Amendment, right?
Yes.
Yeah, most of these First Amendments are dealing with carryovers, right?
Yeah, most of, all of these should be First Amendments. I didn't see any that wasn't, if I remember right.
Even Ravenna City's got a,
Look at that, they are.
yeah.
You read in the paper.
It was a good year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good for
Well,
them.
they got 2 income taxes though, too.
That helps.
Yeah, and they've raised them both, didn't they?
Uh-huh. First time around.
Well, they got a $4 million carryover.
Maybe they can pave Riddle Avenue finally.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Why? They'll just.
We're
dig it
not on
up.
the list again this year. I was like, are you
How
kidding
can
me?
that be?
I don't know. It's a
One of the
secondary
most
street.
traveled
Yeah.
streets in the city,
They'll just dig it up after they do
and it's
it.
a
Well, that's
minefield.
That's true. They shouldn't have to for a while because they just did all that, right?
That's what I would think.
Oh well. Good for them.
Streetsboro.
Yeah, Streetsboro. Boy, they're gonna be number 2 on census. Kent,
Well, they're-
Streetsboro, Aurora.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They've been tracking that way for a long time, right?
Mhm, now they're making it. Mayor up there is getting another big business.
Are you part of that committee on the census that's meeting?
Yeah,
Okay,
and you took a sign, we appreciate it.
no problem. I put one up in Streetsboro.
Do you live on a busy road?
no, not really.
Oh,
Not, yeah,
you want some census signs to put up?
I could do that, yes,
If you have time,
yeah.
But we get millions in the county.
Makes a big
Yeah.
difference.
It really helps us. And we need to be higher than 161,000. 161 million, 161,000, whatever.
We're the only county that is growing in population in the region,
This is-
Yeah.
so good for us.
And when I read some of the counties in their financials, we're in very good shape.
Man away.
You know, Manaway's got a real problem. The village,
I just looked at their
they have to
carryover.
have somebody that's certified to run their treatment plant. They were gonna go to the county, but it's gonna be on a vote.
No, I read that.
They don't have enough people living there to pay for it.
It was Hiram's problem for a long time.
Yes,
Go back to water wells.
yes.
Is Brady Lake on a treatment system? They must have been, yeah.
Brady Lake on the treatment for
Did
what?
they have their own? Well,
No,
they didn't, huh?
we did,
Oh, it was county?
parts of it.
Okay.
Well, now it's Franklin soon.
Speaking of which.
I just
I'm
ran
looking at that right
into, did you know Ethel named
Yeah.
I ran into her daughter on the elevator this morning. Because, you know.
She's
Ethel-
still around, isn't she?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
She's doing good too.
good.
Did you see the Floridite that used to hold the babies at the nursery at Robinson? I bet she held you,
Hmm?
unless you weren't born here.
I
You were
was
born
born
here.
in Robinson.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Katowski, she was married to the Lakeside Sand and Gravel Place people. 93. I tell you guys about the 101-year-old man that walked up 10 flights up to here?
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. And he's never rode an elevator in his life.
Smart.
And he was telling my staff all this. My staff come in and said, "You gotta make him go in the elevator." I said, "Why?" Because he said he walked all the way up. I said, "Well, you girls jump in the elevator, make sure he gets down there," and he beat them. There's a message there, girls.
Good for him. That's great.
He was driving too.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
How about that?
Well, he passed the test like everybody else, I guess, right?
That's another problem, is the test.
Yeah.
My husband passed the test. Then he sold his car. 'Cause he just said he shouldn't be driving anymore. I agree with him.
Did you know Margaret Oshner before she passed in Ravenna? She was a teacher.
Yes.
Yeah. So when she was 98, she renewed her insurance on a 5-year policy on her car. You know, I was like, that's some optimism. You know what I mean?
That's
She was
like
fantastic.
Mrs. Mills. She taught at Ravenna Township when I was there. And she just turned 100 and something.
Mhm.
But I don't know if she's driving. I never asked.
I don't think Margaret had her car out of the garage for at least 5 years before that, but it was the idea of the
Yes.
thing. Whatever keeps
Mrs.
you
Mills
going.
sharp as a tack because she always comes to the alumni meetings, you know? To be that old and sharp.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be that old, you might as well not be sharp. Not know where you are. I'm sorry about your dad. I couldn't get there. I wanted to tell you that.
Same.
Okay, thank you.
It's a pits.
Was that unexpected or?
Oh, he'd been in his own home until December of last year.
I knew
That's
that.
good.
And
That's good.
had to go to assisted living, wasn't getting his medicines and, you know,
You'd
food
forget.
and, yeah.
Yeah.
Once he left his own home,
That's
it
tough.
was downhill.
Yeah. Too strange, you know? Why am I here?
We were just going through that with my grandmother. She passed yesterday.
Did
Oh,
she?
really?
Aw.
Yeah.
I
89.
got 89.
Mm-hmm.
I hired Home Instead last week.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's really helpful. She had those folks for a long time.
You're nice people.
Yeah, she had good things to say about them.
Well, hell, I think that's what caused my sciatic nerve crap. I'm
Yeah.
not used to carrying all the groceries and stuff in.
Yeah.
Too old for this. But I never had this kind of pain, even when I had that back problem a few years ago.
Sciatic stuff can be
Well, that's what everybody's telling
debilitating.
me.
Do they give you like a TENS unit for that? Is that a thing that they can do?
They can do that. I got a steroid treatment and it's lightened up.
Yeah, good.
And I have over-the-counter pain medicine, and they gave me for 7 days something else that isn't as strong as, you know, these other drugs. Because I don't need to get addicted to anything. Or fall asleep
Those
when
things
I'm
make me sick.
working.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I
see.
can't take them. Even codeine, Tylenol with codeine.
Well, yeah, I've heard people that take OxyContin or something, that they makes them sleep all the time.
Yeah.
But this isn't, it's terminal or
Been to
something.
operate a whole year on $500,000.
Can you believe that in Paris
Yeah,
Township?
it's amazing.
I don't know how the school does it over there.
They have really good staff.
Well, I'll tell you, I got one hell of a smart son-in-law that graduated from there, and they make fun of Wyndham, you know?
There's a lot of good people that came out of there.
You're darn right.
Sharp folks.
Do you know Jackson Lab up in Bar Harbor, Maine has over 6 million mice with genetic defects? That's where my son-in-law is, but he's not allowed to go in with mice. He's one of the doctors. I just think that's interesting. Did you know that India decided that they were gonna get DNA mice at their college so they can do experiments and stuff?
You don't need the library stuff, do you?
Those are separate. We doing this separately or no?
They're separate.
Okay,
Yeah,
because we're into the.
separate
This is
minutes.
the
Yes, I
chemistry
just have the
library.
amended certificates first. And these are all the first ones, okay?
These are the first amendments for the libraries. Do you have those set out?
Yep, separate.
All right, let's pull these out then.
Well, wait a minute.
I got Kent Free Library here.
I got
This
so
is the
many
first one.
pages here today. Now, the boards and the schools are separate. You know, like the fire districts,
Right.
EMTs.
In your minutes, they're separate?
Yeah, but you know what? I've got the libraries in here, the same one.
Just okay.
Yeah, the 4 libraries and the
They're all,
consortium.
they're all still First Amendments. So.
Yeah. Other ways, when we do it the other way, sometimes we have them separate though. You're right, Vic.
County library, this is.
The libraries is when we do the
Consortium.
percentages is separate.
Yeah, for their
Yeah.
local government funds.
Right. Only got one here. Or Wyndham Township. I think Wyndham and Paris almost have the same, around 800,000.
Wyndham's 500,000.
Wyndham Township,
Mm-hmm.
it's 800.
I thought it was 579.
That's their current amendment, it was increased,
Oh, what was that, the general fund?
the total, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not the fiduciary funds. I'm surprised the county library hasn't went back, tried to get another levy. We're the only ones who don't have one.
Sterling libraries, that's the last library.
I think the biggest user in the libraries anymore are the computers, from when I've been in and out of there.
Well, and the digital books are huge. Yeah. I mean, that's how I use the library now. It's easy.
I have a couple friends that don't have a computer at home, so they go to the library. They
Yeah.
send emails or whatever.
They're running into a problem where publishers won't give them enough digital copies of books
Really?
because so many people use those instead of the print ones.
Well, Glenda Anders likes print ones.
Yeah.
Between her and I, we trade back and
I'm
forth,
kind of partial to the paper too.
especially the big books. When you really get into it, you know. I got one now that's interesting. We generally don't have this much. It's because it's the first one of the year
Yeah,
when we get into it. And then we'll have the schools.
yeah.
Then we have amendments as they go along. But everybody wants their money in the first month of the year. If you want to, you can sit up here and start going through them.
No.
Okay.
I don't look at the records until I have a organized thought and why I'm looking at them.
You know that guy that asked for copies of our meetings? Swamp something or
Is
other?
that
Huh? Portage Swamp?
I enjoy these
Yeah.
48
Hefe, El
cents?
Hefe.
Respect.
What?
El Hefe.
Make sure one
That's
Yeah,
his
that's
name.
me.
I mean, good for them, I guess.
That's you.
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask for your name?
What?
So I had to send 2 out? I sent one to Brian Ames and one to that guy.
Email messages.
Yeah, I sent emails to you
Yeah.
with our schedule.
Well, one's really is my rule is in my rule of El Jefe of a news media.
Whatever. Yeah.
Like it.
Huh?
It's like El Guapo from the
Yeah. Yeah.
Three Amigos,
Yeah.
right?
Whatever.
Okay, so we have some
What, dear?
2019 subsequent amendments here. The last one I gave you, Brad, was
Yeah.
was it a first amendment for 2020?
Yeah.
For who?
Now I'm getting into, I'm in Ravenna City, Field Local, Maplewood.
Okay.
I want to,
Maplewood. Look at Maplewood's carryover. I don't
no,
want
wait
you
a
to have a
minute.
heart attack.
Wait a minute, I'm saying we're in, these are not First Amendments anymore.
No. No.
So you have these
You
separate.
got 6 of those, right?
Well,
Or
I've
did
got
we do one accidentally?
2, I think I was doing first up until the last one.
You got-
And the county is the last, but I only have 3.
Okay, county goes on with the first group.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
I don't care, do it anytime you want, just so we keep them together.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
And
trying to get all the
amendments.
First Amendments done.
Okay,
And then I have these, which are not First Amendment.
great.
All right.
That
That's
isn't
a,
either.
that's a first.
Yeah, it is.
Budget year 2020.
And all those should be first.
They look that way to me.
Yeah, me
I
too.
didn't catch it if there's not one.
That's Wyndham Village?
That's the joint fire district.
That. We put this on this other one, that's okay, it's a continuation of what we had. Okay. Did you do that one?
They
Yeah,
signed that
I
one.
signed it, Brad
Okay.
signed it, it's to you. Now I'm doing the counties, which is a First Amendment.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Did you look at the individual funds?
Yeah,
Okay.
They've got your ITS money in there
14 million carry.
for the
Yeah.
computer replacement project. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've already started on that. You got the email?
I did. God bless them. It's a big project.
Because I
Hopefully
said to
we-
Lloyd, you know, we're not gonna stop all our help desks and stuff, just to take care of those. Because I sat at his meeting yesterday morning, and that concerns me. We're better off if we can get a consultant short-term or something. The intern's good.
Well, just doing it all at once like that's a challenge, you know what I mean?
I know it.
Hopefully in the future we are now on a plan to met these out, right?
We'll see what happens.
That's.
We got our
I feel like
munis.
we had that conversation, didn't we?
Yeah, a few
last
years
time
ago,
we did
we
this,
couldn't get the
yeah.
money. Remember, we almost
Yep.
shut down on our munis
Surely
because we weren't being backed up.
Surely do.
You know, I can't understand why we can't get the legislators to set aside money like they do with the
Carryover?
Drake Tech fees.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what Janet was saying, that's the highest she's ever seen.
yeah, I've never seen it 14 million like that. I've never seen that. Add the 13
Well-
million we're certified plus the 750. That's over.
The county is in good.
Not according to some
Fiscal
people out
health.
there. We're poor. We can give 1% raises.
You said it, I didn't.
Why everybody else is getting 2.5 or 2.25.
Anything in here in the amendments jump out to you?
Well, how does your Drake Tech look? My real
It's
estate
okay.
assessment
It's
looks
not-
okay.
you know, the DTAC kind of goes inversely, right? So when everything else is good, it's less, and when everything else is bad, it's good. It's good. So
Yep, it's good.
low DRATAC is good.
Well, that's
Did I
because
sign, I
of,
signed the second one, didn't I? I'm sorry, I was looking at that first.
yeah, you have Tech too.
Yeah, I didn't look at it.
So, I mean, it's okay. We've held a healthy balance in there
I know.
for a long time.
Well, see, when I accumulated, what,
It's an
8
emergency
million
fund,
and gave it
basically.
away, you know,
Can I have some of yours?
in the year before.
Yeah.
6 years before
Yeah.
that, I couldn't
Well, you have
because
so
of
much more.
GIS.
You have so much more REA.
Well, at least I can buy
generates a lot
computers
more.
and stuff over there, and I don't have to, you know,
Yeah.
beg and plead for money.
You've got 3 times what I've gotten DTAP.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, we're very parsimonious with the way we use that.
He's cheap.
There you go. That's what
I'm paying half my payroll with it, that's why.
I'm
Well, yeah.
fighting that. Well, that's part of the reason, Vic. It's a hedge against that. I'm concerned that that's where the
Yeah, in a couple of years. they're gonna
leadership
be,
might take it.
Yeah.
Well, I pay all of
No,
GIS with that, everything.
Yeah.
All of real estate assessment with that.
Ostensibly, you're only supposed to be using it proportionally, right? I mean,
Mhm.
that was the language when it was passed. It's to pay for the proportion of your staff's time and energy and effort that goes to delinquent tax
You
collection.
know, auditors look at that.
I know. For a long time, our staff was keeping hours, and we were tracking that.
That's what we've done in the center, because the dogs see come out. I can pay for them out of the dog fund,
Anyway,
but it is what it is.
yeah.
I wish,
You just had to check that after she.
Yeah, I'm sorry I did.
see, well, the state of Ohio needs to do a fund for our ledgers.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Instead of us begging commissioners like we had to do and almost lost our agreements.
A motion to adopt the First Amendments for 2020.
Would you like to move that, Janet?
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
What the heck?
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we're gonna go to subsequent amendments for 2019. And there are 3 here I've got, Jan. Ravenna City, Field Local Schools, and Maplewood.
Yep,
Okay, all right.
yep.
I just signed Ravenna City before I caught it.
Look at 40 million total. That's almost as big as our general fund.
Who are we talking about?
Ravenna City. Well, I'm looking at another one.
That's
Never
Ravenna
mind.
City.
You need
Yeah.
Kent?
Kent's would be,
Well,
Kent's is
Kent has the
probably-
library in it,
or-
though, remember.
or Maplewood.
Look at me.
They're at 40
some-
million.
yeah.
40 million in their general fund.
And their carryover's 27, isn't it? Oh, okay.
Is this the last of the 2019s we're going to see?
Yep. Well, it should be unless somebody's goofed up something.
Okay.
We haven't gotten it. You let me move it again and then you can do the health department?
Okay,
I'll move.
That'll work. Second.
this is for
We'll sign this
2019
first.
amendments. Okay. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
What's the Health Department doing, Janet?
They're readjusting everything, decreasing mostly instead of increasing
Yeah,
in certain areas.
It's all pretty small stuff though.
You know, Wick should have went to the health department and Rupp wouldn't take it when he was here. That's how it ended up in Comion County. Because they could get more money by joining together with them, and, you know, because they had more people over there that were able to receive their assistance. Which I always thought was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were the only county in the state that was structured that way.
As far as I know, I've never heard of
Yeah.
another one. Well, generally, it only goes with the health department.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Mhm.
WIC grant in the amount of $946,687.
See, it was a little bit over $1 million. Now it's way
It's
down
been
a little.
tracking down over time, right?
Mhm.
Because it's harder and harder to get qualified.
But did you see where Suzanne Living Good,
Mm-hmm. With Portage Learning
3
Centers.
million
Yeah.
something they got?
Just, yeah.
What's the name of that?
Portage Learning Center.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
the
it
Head
is.
Start program.
The Head Start program got 3.6 million.
It's great. You know, it's a great program. These kids do well.
There was a big write-up in the paper today about juvenile detention center.
Which is interesting because they just wrote that up 2 or 3 days ago about the new director out there. So,
One person was there from Jogga County. The rest were ours. And they had a total of, what, 9 or something?
mhm.
And then it also said in that article that some of them,
It's not a
Have
huge
closed.
facility though. We just
No.
toured that with Leadership Portage County.
but the
beginning
whole
of the
top
month.
floor is not even occupied for the
Yeah.
bunks.
Right. They run that basically like a high school, which that kind of blew my mind a little bit. It's just
They
not,
try.
it's not, well, yeah, right.
Well, they have teachers and all kinds
But
of.
we, that same day we toured the jail, right? So we went from the jail
Mm.
to the juvenile, and they're just like night and day.
In fact, on
different things.
payroll, they have people with the State Teachers Association that gets their retirement through there. Because they
Yeah,
are
right,
certified.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
interesting.
interesting. Part of the, well, anyway, they're not taking transfers as part of the reason the population's low, but there's some intentionality to that because they don't want people.
There was a big fight over that, because some of the transfers are pretty rough that they would bring in compared to what we already have,
Right.
is what I heard before.
It's
But you know, Tom
It's a
went
bad
to
thing.
Carter County, the superintendent.
Renner?
Yep, and he took 2 other people here with him up there.
maybe we need someone to move those.
No, we did those.
Oh, I'm
We
sorry.
need a motion.
Yeah, yeah.
for the,
Health Department.
Appropriation.
We'll move that one.
Okay, I'll second.
Appropriation. Second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, February 3rd at 10 o'clock, right?
Next meeting, okay. Anything else? Any public comment? Any questions?
No,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. We'll be adjourned at 10:40.
10:40. Thank you, sir.
If anybody is